Ladies and gentlemen, you can make a lot of money selling sports cards, but you know what else you can do? You can lose a lot of money buying and selling sports cards. And today, I have my worst sports card investments of 2023. Welcome to another vlogmas. Don't forget to drop a like, and I need you guys to do me a favor. Let's have some honesty here. Comment down below your worst sports card investment of 2023, or comment a player that you thought was going to be really good and it didn't work out. The reason I love making this video every year is it's funny to look back, of course, at some of the mistakes I made, but at the same time, I learn a lot of lessons about risk and reward in the hobby. I love collecting sports cards. You guys know I'm a true Sacramento Kings fan. I'm a true Aaron Rodgers fan. I have those true PCs. But along the line, there's also times that I've bought some of those PC cards at the wrong time, and I'm gonna put them in this video and make a point about buying cards at the right time. Here we go, everyone. My worst sports card investments of 2023. You're in for a real fun video here. All right, I'm gonna start it off with the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an iconic card, and I overbought it, but it is what it is. Luka Donic Prism rookies. These have fluctuated in price tremendously. Check these out. I was paying between 100 and 150 on each of these, and we're gonna have a little fun experiment. I'm gonna go right now on eBay and see how much I can buy those Lukas for, because I'm really interested. Because I was paying an average about 125 each, and yes, I can get Luka to sign a couple of these, but at the same time, I actually did think Luka was gonna ball out and these might make a little rise, and I was wrong. I've lost so much money throughout the years buying cards that I actually know that it's a live and learn experience. I was into Otto Porter, Tim Hardaway Jr. Giannis wasn't a thing when I was collecting. There was plenty of players that, and people will relate to this, that we thought were going to be good. Geno Smith, I mean, he's playing now, but man, I thought that guy was the next big thing. I paid strong on RG3 back in the day. Andrew Luck, $200, $300 in RPA. Anyway, Luka Donic. This card was a transcender for the hobby, along with John Zion. Card number 280, never forget it. Do I think these will go up again? No chance. Right now, I can buy, let's just see a raw, because I just want to see the buy it now. I could buy one for $75 now, so not too bad on that. I could buy one for 75. I bet you they're trending even lower than that, to be honest with you. Let's just check a sale price. So I just type in Luka Donic 280. Yeah, the card's trending between $60 and $70. Like I said, I paid strong. I was paying about 100, 120, and I wasn't using them to grade. Honestly, I bought two just to get autographed by Luka if the Mavericks were in town. I don't think this card will ever be ever valued like at that high rate ever again, but it's still a cool card, and it's a moment in time in history for sports cards, I guess you could say. Pristine Auctions is having 12 days of Christmas. You guys use the link down below. I'm telling you right now, we partnered up with them for our Vlogmas series, and look at these babies. They got some great stuff on there. They obviously have Funko toys, jerseys. They have a great 10-minute card auction. In the holidays, it's the best time to get memorabilia and sports cards for your loved one, your friend, your fellow collector. Treat them to something great from Pristine Auctions. I'm telling you guys, I've known the owner, Jared, for years. He's always been good to us. They've got a wide selection of frame memorabilia, authentic autographs with COAs, and some awesome stuff. So check them out. The link is down below. Use my link and go bid on some cool stuff and get some cool Christmas gifts, all right? Shout out to Pristine. Let's get back to it. If I didn't explain myself, a lot of you are going to get confused and you're going to judge me. You're going to judge me either way. It is what it is. I got to bring up a Kings player, and it's not an investment, but in a way it is, because I put money into this and I know I'm keeping these. But guys, I kind of lost it on this one player right here. So I'm adding players in my PC to my worst sports card investments, because I could have bought all these cards here for way below what they're going for now. And I just want to show you guys, the player here is Davion Mitchell, and that is his gold optic auto. Paid $800 for this, and I'm not even going to look up the price. I'll let you guys do it. I can put money in. I could have probably gotten this card for 200, 250, probably less. The Keegan Murray optic contenders, probably under 500. So it's like, why would Davion's, he's a good player. He's a good defensive player, not a stat stuffer. He's just not that marketable guy. But I was really high on him to have a second, you know, kind of like a big bump coming into this last year, but it didn't happen, and he's not off to the great start. So Davion, I paid $700, $800, and I know the reason I'm bringing it up is because I could have used some of that money to buy some other things. And we'll just continue down the line. Davion Mitchell Gold Prism. Don't remember what I paid for this, but still another card. Kind of a stretch. Then this one, I remember I paid about $350 for this, and I actually think, like, value-wise, I think it's like $150, $200. I could be wrong, but once again, just Davion Mitchell, just kind of a Kings player that's just kind of a defensive stat stuffer, kind of grit and grind type guy. So the reason I bring this up is, guys, I could have bought these later on, banking like, okay, Davion's not going to do well, not do as well as I thought. But in my mind, and we all do this, we're like, oh, that's the next guy. Like, I did think he was going to step up. I'm not saying he can't step up. You know, there's a full season, but he's just not. Keegan Murray, I would take Keegan Murray buying into his cards over Davion, and it's just this easy decision. I can get a Davion autograph for $4. I just bought one. I don't want to be like, oh, he's not him, but you know what I mean? It's just not there. So this next guy burned me bad, and I bought into the hype. All Dallas Cowboy fans, you can roast me here, or non-Dallas Cowboy fans. I was so impressed by this guy, and I paid way too much. I'm telling you, I can look up the sold listings. I bought Deuce Vaughn, very heavy on Deuce Vaughn, and I never sold them. I completely just blanked and thought he was going to play, and whatever. Gold, Bum, and Chrome Auto, the Refractor Auto, the freaking first off the line out of 15. I think I paid $85 for that. The green, I think I paid about $110 for the gold. I paid about $60 for the Refractor, and the green, I believe, was like $75. I overpaid on Deuce Vaughn. And this is a mistake that we make in our hobby sometimes. At least I'll speak for myself. I've made this mistake. I buy preseason hype out of nowhere. And I'm going to add to the list because I don't have the cards on me because I sold them or I lost money on them or I gave them away. Desmond Ridder absolutely fried up most of the community. And I'm not, everyone always says, oh, the sports card influencers are saying to buy him. I bought that guy and lost money. It wasn't like a thing where I was like, oh, Desmond Ridder. They had an easy schedule. Everyone else was kind of on board. I had FOMO, so I'm like, I'm going to buy this Desmond Ridder guy. I remember in Dallas, I bought like 6 cards. Like, JD saw me buy it, and everyone was just like, what the heck? Like at least $1,000, $2,000 on Ridder. And I think I made out and probably lost. I think I ended up like evening out after the end of it. But, you know, honorable mentions, preseason hype. Everyone's chit-chatting and talking the hobby up. Guys like me, I'm making the mistake. So I made the mistake. It is what it is. I'm not mad about it. I'm here to teach lessons, not, you know, brag about all the investments. So the next guy, they're not doing bad. He's not really throwing touchdowns. He's okay, but here's the fact. Kenny Pickett lost me money. I will own up. He lost me $1,000 plus on that. When I went to Dallas Card Show, I bought the Contenders Rookie Autos. I graded them. I missed my flight, and the cards got an 8 and a 9. They did not go for what I thought they would. So Kenny Pickett's making the list. I think he's still good. He still has some promise, but even him playing well didn't affect his prices. Like he didn't get a price bump. The NFL quarterback injury situation this year, Nick Chubb got injured. Sorry to anybody watching NFL. It's a mess. Joe Burrow's out. I mean, thank God Tua's healthy. The NFL is a mess. I almost told myself I'm not buying football cards again after this year. It was just such a, I'd rather just buy Calvin Johnson and like all those guys because like I couldn't deal. Like Kenny Pickett, even these cards are down in value. He's not playing bad, but they're down in value. They're all down. This pink, I believe I paid $3 something for. I bet you this card's $150. The rookie refractor auto at 99 is I probably paid about $3, and it's probably like $2. The Immaculate probably has some value. I don't know what it is, and they had a $150. So good thing about 2 of these cards is they came in a bulk deal. I sold everything, and I was already up profit. So whatever I sell these for, it adds to the profit pool. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother day. This is another example of a PC player. I could have bought his cards way cheaper than they are now. These are probably the cheapest he's ever been, and I wish I would have waited. But I was so into buying. And you know, you could say, hey, it's priceless, it's PC. Exactly. But I'm still gonna own up and say, I still, in my mind, when I buy cards, I think about this. I think about what is the right time to buy this card for my PC. Do I overpay for it? DeMarcus doesn't have much fluctuation. I can deal with DeMarcus Cousins cards all day. Christian Pulisic, post-World Cup, I was all high horse on the Qatar World Cup. And he's cheap right now. He's playing for AC Milan. He's healthy, he's doing his thing. I know he's battling some injuries, but I could have bought a lot of these for a lot cheaper. Specifically this one. I bought this for about $250. I think you can get this card for like $80 to $90 now. And like that stings because I'd rather buy this at $80 or $90 and use some of that money to I could have bought multiples. So Pulisic makes the list. I'm not going to sit here and you know harp on my PC buys and be like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it." but I'm still gonna admit it. I overpaid a little bit for right now. And if he scores 20 goals in one game, then I'll see you guys in a week. Anthony Richardson. Got injured, unfortunately, but I'm a hold on this guy. I actually like this guy a lot. But yeah, I got the gold auto out of 10, so I'm just going to hold on to these. But I actually believe in the guy, so it's different. Like, if I believe in the guy and, you know, it's his first year and he got injured, it is what it is. I'm going to give him next year to see what happens. And I'm sure you guys have dealt with that with some of these players. So I'm going to be really transparent here, and it's actually something I'm very disappointed about. I bought this card, and the timeline could be a little tough, but I'm just going to own up and say that it's not one of my worst investments. This card has been going down. I'd even consider this a PC card, right? The Jackie Robinson, which I gave to my dad who doesn't collect, that's a PC card, but I built my way into that, you know, that card, whatever years of trading I did for it. This Pele, for example, about 50% of what I paid for it. And I'm actually really disappointed, but I know deep down on this, I'm going to play the long game. I'm not going to sell this card. I have it on my eBay. It's at 10K. I'm not getting that number just based off of last sales. The card has gone down 50% since I bought it, and I think it's been about a year and a half. I'm cheating it a little bit, but I looked up the value on this, and I almost, like, in my mind, I'm like, wow. And mistake I made on this card is, and I'm just being transparent, I should have sold this card like 8 months ago, and I could have easily, I got greedy. This is the problem. I got greedy, and I also had emotional attachment because Pele, to me, was one of the greatest ever. That's why I didn't sell it. So in my mind, that's the collector kind of kicking in, but it's also greed. I got very greedy when I had an offer on the table to not double my money, but make about rough change after fees, maybe some taxes. I would have netted about maybe $1,000 profit. I didn't take that deal. And I got greedy, I held it, and I thought it was so cool, and everyone thought it was really cool, and they were complimenting me, and I'm like, ooh, I have this card, this is great, I'm gonna hold on to it. It's also chipped, so I'm gonna have to get it regraded. So it is what it is, man. That happens, you know. And some other honorable mentions. This Ben Wallace is a really cool card, limited logos auto, but I overpaid for this card. I know I overpaid for it. Look at the comp, I'm the comp. I don't like the price I paid, so it made the video. Next up, I think Tyrese Halliburton's stealing the show over there, but Benedict Mathurin, I bought into him a little bit, not too heavy. The guy that I was crazy about and most of the community was crazy about was Anthony Edwards, who I still think is a really good player, but I kind of treated Mathurin like that, but I moved a lot of those, but his stuff's kind of fluctuating down. So you don't always win. You don't always win. I only have one of these, but this is, you know, I never talk about wins, but it's like CJ Stroud's killing it this year. But when I bought those, everyone's like, oh, he's not good. And it's like, there's just so many opinions. I'm not an expert, all right? This isn't Mojo Sports Card Investing 101. I'm giving you guys my experience. I'm buying, I'm collecting, I'm losing money, I'm making money, I'm having fun, creating memories, opening packs, not opening packs. We're all in this together. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like and leave a comment. I need to know about your L, all right? I will give one of these worst investment cards away. If you made it this far in the video, I'm going to pick one of these cards. I'm probably going to give away the Mathurin. It's a little bit budgeted correctly, or maybe the Luka rookie. I'm going to pick like one or two winners. And I'm going to give away one of these worst investment cards. It's going to be like an $80 to $100 card, but I need some transparency. Go check out the Pristine Auctions, Elite Auctions, and their 10-minute auction. I'm going to be bidding on there, trying to win some Christmas gifts this year. And also, check out our Whatnot. Use my link down below. You get your first $10 to spend. And last used car salesman pitch. Guys, it's a great time to get a Zion case. Don't get locked out like I did. Make sure you make the right code. Use the code MOJO10 in all capital letters and get that 10% off. I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for the comments and the love. There's some great people commenting, and I'm recognizing all the regulars commenting back to you guys. So with that, have a blessed week. We'll see you later.